Leading off for Anaheim, the right fielder.
Did go with the Coors Field yet again, so we can try to get more hitter PXP. Just kind of getting some dots in. Baden Baker, King, how are you guys? What'd you think of the Game 7 final scenario? Baden, I like your dog. It's a new profile picture, right, Baden? I think. May have fluked one in this Sheffield, so we'll take it. Thanks for the Color Storm advice. You pulled about 100 packs today, and you pulled Judge. Ooh, very nice. Now, you had Light Series done, right, King? Or am I just remembering? Yeah, what's your dog's name, Baden? Oh, bummer. Just underneath it. I thought it was a pretty good swing. But yeah, glad you got some packs, and I'm glad you got something good, King. Okay, I'm in the same boat. You're closer than I am, though. I need about 300,000 stubs to Shohei. If I were to pull him, though, I'd be there. Sold Judge for 450K. It's outrageous how pricey the Live Series guys are, right? What's your Color Storm method? You been playing like some ranked games, just messing around like I've been doing, or are you playing, you know, like your offline stuff? I think offline's probably a lot faster. However, you know, I'm playing with the Color Storm just for like the content reasons. Bummer. That was a good pitch to hit. Oh, you should be, man. You play every bit as well as I do, Ken. In fact, you might play better because I know you've been like hitting World Series and stuff on co-op and all that.
Leading off.
But yeah, playing against CPU is kind of nice because then you can just get through there. Hey, what's up, J-Dub? You getting yourself the hat and the T-shirt for the Thunder victory? I hope he seems to be getting hot again. Oh, how are the Angels going, Mike? I saw the A's lose to the Guardians today in person.
That's a ball.
Got the Mason Miller bobblehead.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Lost another one to Houston. Man, Houston's pretty good. They're annoyingly good every single year. I kind of feel like they're going to fall off and then they find a way. Austin, it's the same name on there. Yeah, I'm Daniel Freak on that platform. I don't know if somebody followed or if somebody subbed or what happened. Lights went blue. Maybe in first time chat. If you guys are on TikTok, please be sure to follow, share, and like. We want to get the lights flying. But yeah, if you follow me there, Austin, I'll get the notification like post stream and then I'll follow you back. I always tweet when we go live. Yudo pinch hit ninth, make it 1 run, can score again. Let's see, you do all night, hate losing, bad loser, working on it. A lot of ads? What do you mean? Like, I don't stream there as far as on that platform. I have in the past, but I always post when I go live. What's up, Vinicius? How's your day been? Joel, thanks for following. Joel, who's your favorite baseball team?
Leading off for the A's, the designated hitter, Nick Castellanos.
Seeing them from streamers, they pick the ads. Awesome, dude. I'm confused, buddy. Oh, Bubba the dog. That's a cool name. Ranger fan for Joel. He's in the Dallas Fort Worth area. Who's your favorite Ranger of all time? Nolan had a really nice swing. Seems to be getting the power chops now. Is the new manager tactically different than Washington, or have you not seen enough games to decide, Mike? Hey, what's up, Monkey? Monkey, what species of monkey is that?
Hey! All 1's the count.
If you know, I don't know. Looks like a gorilla to me, but I could be wrong. Shane, that's the best time, although it's not close to 5 a.m. out where I live.
Ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
Like how he's using the pin even if it hasn't worked out yet. Daniel Freak just shared the video. Hope everybody else will share and follow as well. We're playing Detroit Tiger theme team, and we are going to unlock Joby, and then we're going to unlock Baez on Color Storm. Yeah, same here, Monkey. I'm on the West Coast. But yeah, Hamilton was a heck of a player to watch, dude. Too bad he had a lot of off-field demons.
0-1.
Somebody subscribed on the red side. Thanks for the red chat sub. We're on multi-stream in red, purple, and TikTok. Oh, Troll, I thought I started it. Yeah, my bad. Thanks, Troll. Yeah, there's a timer. Every follower drives up the timer, every sub, every gift, all that stuff. Makes it a longer stream. Troll, good to see you back in the chat. How you been, Troll? I mean, he had his moments, though. Yeah, I know he struggled with the Angels. Ranger Hamilton, when everything seemed like it was on the upswing for him, boy, he could change the game offensively. Enough for like 25 million.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Oh, buddy, you know, I can't see the likes. I know you guys can see the likes, but I can't see them. I'm reading the chat in a web browser, unfortunately. So it's just tap till you get the crown and try to hang on for that #1 like spot. Noah Mandel, how are you, Noah?
0-1's the count.
Should have just let that one go. Was not ready for the 4 seam. Hey, if we get 100,000 likes, we'll do a pack opening and a home run derby. Hoping for the never-ending stream. Ian just followed. Ian, who's your favorite baseball team?
Ball 1.
Either one. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, team or player. Sorry to hear about the hearing situation.
No, that's foul.
Do you think the Pacers would have won if Halliburton played, guys, or nah? I got home, it was halftime, and the Pacers were up 1, but I saw Halliburton was out. I was like, I think Thunder are going to win. Sure enough, they pulled it out through that second half. They said Carlisle kind of played himself by not playing Siakam very much. Would have been far closer, says Mike. Yeah, they had some momentum off of Game 6.
Ball, that's off the plate.
And it's hard to say. Mike thought the guard play was very sloppy. Troll doesn't think so. Wasn't on the coaching without Tyrese. Yeah, I definitely saw some Pacer fans that were upset with Carlisle. Oh, I thought Sheffield was going to grab that. Didn't realize it was so deep as far as the depth on that liner. So I'm running a Detroit theme team for anybody just tuning in. I will have to pitch Paul Skeens one more time. I need 4 innings from any Skeens card to finish the Skeens 94 card. Didn't play yesterday because I was over. Stayed the night, although I didn't stay the night in Sacramento. I stayed close. I stayed with some family, and then went to the A's game today for the Mason Miller bobblehead day. Could you pick where you pitch one time since you followed? No, come on, Monkey. We're not backseat gaming. It is a Monkey See, Monkey Do stream, but not in that way. You also like the Angels. You're going on Saturday to the game. Oh, who are they playing on Saturday, Ian? My buddy Mike is in the purple chat. He's the Angel fan. Hey, what's up, Joey? How are you doing, Joey? Playing the Nationals, get to see James Woods.
Nope, that's a ball. Count 1-0.
Joey, how's health going for you, buddy? Joey's in our purple chat today. For anybody saying, hey, I don't see a Joey in my chat. Well, that's why. I probably could have came straight home. Maybe would have had a shot at Freeman. For some reason, I lost track of the out. Mike says, I know, because you were planning to go during that series. He wanted to see Mackenzie Gore and Wood, but that was before he planned out a trip. So you actually get to compete for a national title in Anaheim. So they paid for you to go watch with your dad. Dude, that's wonderful. What are you competing for, Ian, if I could ask? If it's too personal, I understand, but that's awesome. I'm assuming you're not from the Anaheim area.
1 ball,
Mike in the other chat, he is an Anaheim, or at least close to Anaheim resident. We get a Sheffield single out to left field. Let's see, it's FBLA, Future Business Leaders of America. That's awesome, bud.
Max Clark.
How does one even get started in that, if I could ask? Like, is it a school program? Is it something that you join as like a post-school program? I've heard of, like, you know, Future Farmers of America and stuff like that. I haven't heard of these Future Business Leaders of America. It's a school club. They paid for the trip Saturday to Thursday. Hey, sounds like you're on the right track, school-wise and life-wise. I'm sure your dad's super proud of you, man. Gets to go with his son, and you're there because you're doing some good stuff scholastically and after school. Central Valley's got a ton of business opportunities. I may be out in the Central Valley. I'm not hearing about these things, but I'm not school-aged either. Maybe something for my kids to get into when they're older. Oh, and I quit flailing. I thought it was the fastball of the hand. I was trying to be early. I was early, all right. I like to throw the fastball kind of up and away. Eventually, I'm going to catch one. At least I think I will.
Ball one. 1-1.
So Halliburton, Damian Lillard, and Jason Tatum are probably all lost for next year from these playoffs. Everybody had an Achilles injury. I don't remember that many Achilles going in one playoff run. Do I know your favorite pitcher of all time? And then you put Kappa, so now I'm really confused. It's the 0 number curse, says Noah Mandel. It's cool. It's kind of like FFA, but you test and wear suits like a business organization. Yeah, it sounds even better. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with being a farmer, but not everybody's going to have the resources. You know, farmers oftentimes are generational farmers, and there's so much value in land right now. Some farmers are selling the farm, and it's getting turned into, you know, almond trees or something like that, instead of being a dairy farm or pig farm or whatever. So, yeah, there's always going to be businesses, but there may not be as many farms. You wonder if the modern athleticism is putting more strain on those Achilles. And they say when there's like a different injury, you know, that these things can happen more often, unfortunately. You know, like Tatum and... Actually, I think Tatum had been injured, right? Obviously, Halliburton had been injured. And then I think Dame had some calf and blood clot issues. So everyone may have had some, like, compensation type moves. Exactly, and yeah, there's definitely farms out here still. Mike thinks the Halliburton issue is just him playing on an already injured calf. He had kind of a delayed break to get in there. I'm pitching Flaherty. We're using the Tiger theme team here. And it's not going great with Flaherty. My Tarot card was not full bar. I probably should have pitched the live series and then pitched the other one, but we'll just try to grind through it. Yeah, I live in the Central Valley, but that's about as far as I say. Because I have had some weird folks, you know, over the years. And even, you know, month to month, you'll get some weird trolls. You don't really want to say, like, your hometown and stuff on screen.
Now batting.
But yeah, I'm out here where there's dairies and almond orchards and tomato plants and cotton and all that stuff. Well, the Central Valley is huge. I don't think you'll realize how far it spans. If you're not a California native. You're in the 559. It's horrible. Definitely gets hot out that way. One of my moderators lives in the 559. I haven't seen him in chat. He might be lurking. His name's Carney Basada. He's a huge Fresno State Bulldog fan. Really nice guy.
He's out. He's out.
Dame was on blood thinners prior to the playoffs. Sports injuries have problems, says Noah. Yeah, definitely weird. And I don't really know if there's much you can do to prevent it. I know a lot of people were mad at the Warriors training staff for letting Durant play back in 2019. You know, when he had an Achilles go on him there in the finals. And a lot of people were drawing the comparison to Durant and Halliburton with it being, you know, finals game and all the pressure being on and all that. Love Fresno State for you. Yeah, me too. I definitely like to see those guys do well. If you're browsing on TikTok's For You page, come on in. We love you all to follow, share, and like. More follows means we'll be on for a longer stream. Man, the fourth team, I was super late on this game. Yeah, tough not to go out for Game 7 of the finals, right? Like, what is going to be more significant in your career? Unless you value a gold medal over a finals, championship. Torkelson got a lot of that one. I think it's gone. As if NBA viewership wasn't bad already. Going to hurt losing those guys. Somebody was talking about the Eastern Conference and how, like, Orlando or somebody might go all the way through this coming year. Because you're going to have the Celtics down, you're going to have the Milwaukee Bucks down, and the Pacers are going to be all down. Ian, thanks very much for the heartbeat. Have I gotten far in my player? Do you mean in Road to the Show? Because I don't play Road to the Show really Toxin. Yeah, I'm sure Halliburton knew there was some risk, but he probably felt like he could just game it out for a game.
No, that's down.
Noah Mandel, he played through some injuries back when he was playing hockey and other sports. Says he wishes in hindsight his coach would have benched him. Cavs will be the best place to win these. Yeah, they should be the front runners, right? Yeah, New York's got a shot too. Nobody wants to coach New York. That's kind of crazy. No, you're not lame at all. Hey, Ian, thanks for the rose. Some people love Road to the Show. Road to the Show is a fun game mode. If I didn't stream, I would probably play it a lot more. I think it's not necessarily as engaging as Diamond Dynasty for most MLB The Show viewers, but certainly not all of them. Some of them like, Road to the Show more. Ian, thanks for the Dolphin and the GGs. Mike would love to see the Pistons make a run at the finals with Cade. Noah Mandel has shoulder and neck problems from his arms down. Ian, thanks so much, friend. Yeah, hopefully we get to talk to you throughout your trip and get to know you more in the future. I go by the same name on all socials. If you use any other, streaming platforms, or if you're on Instagram or Twitter or something, I'm Donnell Freak there. And we do have a nice Discord server. This goes for everybody. You guys can click on my profile if you're on TikTok, and you can join the Discord. I'm linking it to the purple and red viewers because those chats a little bit easier to link in. Sai, thanks for the likes on TikTok. Yeah, if you guys follow me on Twitter, Threads, Instagram, all that stuff, I'll definitely follow you guys back. Blue Sky. Looking for that fastball. I think he may be laying off of it. So pretty sure we homered on the fastball with this freaking Sir Torkelson card. Oh, there it was. You have a dynasty team, New York Empire, you're a Yankee fan. Yeah, Hey, you like what you like. Now, why'd you become a New York fan initially? I think a lot of fans become fans because, like, their dad or somebody likes the team. Or sometimes it's just proximity. You grow up in New York, yeah, you're probably rooting for the Yankees or the Mets. Noah has to get massages now constantly for his neck from sports injuries. Little late. Rockets going to be interesting this year. Yeah, the Rockets trade is wild too. We haven't even talked about it yet. What do you think? Initial glance, do you think the Rockets won the trade or the Suns? I feel like the Suns have too many shooting guards. I don't know if they're going to flip Jalen Green or they're going to look to move Bradley Beal or what the thing's going to be there, but I don't like the way the Suns look at the moment. Yeah, Suns were talking the talk, right? They were saying they wanted as many picks that they gave up for Kevin to come back, but they ended up getting a lot of second rounders. Born and raised in LA for Toxin. Bill isn't going anywhere. Yeah, it's a tough contract. Noah thought the Rockets got the best of the trade. It's 1 first rounder, 5 second rounders. Durant goes to Houston, and it was Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, and I forgot if there was another player or two. I don't doubt it. Yeah, Durant was, I guess he wasn't in a no trade, but there's a lot of places he didn't want to play. He didn't want to come back to Golden State this past year either, Noah. But Toronto would have been an interesting fit for him. Let's see. Kid, you're 12. Watch the Yankees play LA. The outfielder for LA, Green, was chanting to get him to turn around. He didn't. Then the Yankee outfielder came over. He became a Yankee fan ever since. It's weird how those interactions can kind of shape us as fans. Yeah, Sean Green should have took a moment to at least wave at you. Probably still be supporting the Dodgers. Yeah, I wonder if they're going to want to hang on to Dylan Brooks. I wonder what the Dylan Brooks market is like.
Now batting.
If you guys are on TikTok, please follow. It adds to our timer. We do a longer stream. Kind of got on in the in-between hours. Was definitely tired from making the drive and all that stuff today. Poor throw from me. And we'll get the tag on him as he overrounded. He was a huge player for you. Then you took it personal in your mind, but you're a kid. No, I get it, man. Yeah, Reggie Jackson kind of did that to me when I was young. Reggie was no longer still playing. My first game, I mean, I stayed an A's fan. I was an A's fan, but Reggie refused to turn around for a bunch of us kids that were down there along third base dugout there for the A's. Like, Reggie just acted like he had in earplugs or something, dude. He didn't even, like, acknowledge us at all. A bunch of us were screaming Reggie when he came out of the dugout. I think he was working in the A's front office back then.
17, Tony Clark.
Let's see. Shook it like a Raider fan, win or lose. RJ Barrett, Jacob Potel. Number 9 pick and additional picks. And an unprotected first rounder. Hey, what's up, Libby? Travi, who loves baseball. How's it going, Travi? Oh, late. Yeah, I was very close to Reggie. I've never interacted with him all these years. I don't think I've seen him in person. Well, I take that back. I think I did see him in person at some of the A's reunion games I've gone to, where they brought back, like, the World Series teams. So I have seen Reggie again, but I never had the opportunity to yell at him and say, "Hey, Reggie, please sign my autograph." Now I try to get the players' attention so they can sign for my kids. Yeah, Barrett's not good. The package of picks sounds better though. Let's see. Okay. C winning. You kind of wish the Pacers had won for Ashley Wade. Yeah, I didn't really care which way it went. A whole heck of a lot. I'm happy for the Thunder fans that come by frequently. I don't really love the Thunder's play style much, but you know, they stayed healthy and they had a pretty good roster this past year, or this, you know, championship season. Yeah, Barrett's okay, right? RJ Barrett. Ashley, how was your weekend? Ashley Wade's chatting with us in our red chat. Right, here's Carlos Santana. Should probably get Jack Flaherty out of there. His energy is about to zap here. Jude, thanks for following. Who's your favorite baseball team, Jude? We'll pitch Qualame here.
Now pitching, Danny.
That definitely gives him some appeal for Toronto too, right? Being
Ball, that's low.
hometown guy. Oh, sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's always frustrating when little guys and gals are sick. Let's see, 707 Chase. Welcome aboard. Chase, who's your favorite baseball team? You hammer that cutter. I was trying to get him to, you know, hopefully get weak contact. Yeah, Toronto feels like they have a nice young nucleus.
0-1.
Somebody said the
He's out.
Pelicans lost out because of the Halliburton injury. I guess they have some type of draft protected trade to control the Pacers pick next year, but I guess if the Pacers are as bad as they may be, that pick won't convey. Cross, I like the Athletics. How about you? You're a sad Rockies fan. World Series, I think the Dodgers probably win at Toxin. That Dodger team is pretty stacked this season. I'm sure you're rooting for your Yankees to get done. The Yankees should be there in the mix too. But he's a Cubs fan. Hey, Michael, thanks for following.
Now batting, the third baseman, Spencer Torkelson.
You'd almost have to move one or the other in the package, right? to play alongside Giannis. Going to Rockies White Sox game on the 4th. Is it a giveaway day or anything? I'm sure there's probably going to be like a lot of fireworks displays, considering 4th of July is coming.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, that's true, Mike. I kind of forgot they just got Ingram too.
2-2 the count.
Yeah, I don't think we got enough of that one to get it out for Spencer Torkelson. Fireworks night. No giveaways that you know of. Fireworks nights are usually fun at the ballpark. They'd be awfully bulky and athletic front court if they did have those 3 together.
Nope, outside.
CT3, thanks for following. Might try to get a City Connect jersey for Corey. The White Sox City Connect, right, Corey? Or am I misunderstanding that you're a Rocky fan? Oh, okay, you like the Rockies one. Because they both got new ones this year. Dude, Pete Crow Armstrong's playing great.
The designated hitter.
He's definitely having a breakout season. No, I got you, Mike. Yeah, it'd be a weird fit. Pause or no pause.
Foul ball.
You see, Corey just moved to Colorado this year. How do you like it, Corey? Where did you move from, if I could ask? I always feel like Colorado's closer to California than it is. I remember Nevada and everything's in between there. I've never been to Colorado, but I wouldn't mind checking it out. It's beautiful. You moved over from Michigan. Okay, so for anybody tuning in, I am playing ranked seasons. I'm using a Detroit Tiger theme team to knock out Color Storm. Trying to finish up the Color Storms I haven't completed. And we're going to pitch with the Paul Skeens card. It doesn't help the Tigers. But I still need to finish up the Skeens program today. But my Skeens wasn't full of stamina to start this game, so he didn't open this one. Corey Beaumont. Thanks for following, Corey. I've done most of the Killer Storms, but I still probably have 7, 8, something like that to complete. And we've been playing them on ranked. We're ready to hit World Series, so it's like mess around with some other cards. A couple of okay swings against Ottavino, but not okay enough to get, a hit or a good result. 390 in left field is crazy work. Indeed it is. Ball carry as well there, of course. NHL free agency opens July 1st on Canadian Day. Max, thanks for the likes on TikTok. I'm going to try to get PCA out here lefty, and then I'll pull out Colme. I'm playing in Coors currently, so this is Colorado Stadium. But the reason I'm playing in it is I'm trying to get more player experience points for these theme teams. So that's why I'm playing in Coors. Usually I play Sutter Health, the home of these, the next couple of years.
Now batting, the shortstop, Willie.
I heard Mitch Marner is going to the Sharks. I don't think anybody wants to go to San Jose. Been there twice now for Corey.
Now
I would love to go to Coors one of these days.
Kenley Jansen.
Off the plate, ball 1.
He's like, yeah, this is hypothetical. I don't know what I called. I thought I called a sinker. That was definitely the wrong motion. Oh, he doesn't have the sinker. That's why. All right. For some reason, I thought I was playing with Android Chapman or something. It was Kenley Jansen, and yeah, it was all bad. Should have got the lead runner there. Kind of messed that up. Might have been able to get the
Ball, that's in.
the double play had we done it that way. Just thrown to second initially.
Ball 2.
Rockies hate is so for real. I don't know anybody that hates the Rockies. I think most fans I talk to, at least, Corey, and I'm not in Colorado, of course, but just as a streamer, I think a lot of us feel bad for Rocky fans because the organization has been so mismanaged. Hey, what's up, VA? How are you, friend? VA's in our red chat tonight. Oh, I like Mason Miller. I actually got Mason Miller's bobblehead today. So Mason's probably my favorite currently. Yeah, this is what happens when you bring Kinley in a non-save.
The second baseman, Labor Torres.
I've heard of the desert rat. I haven't heard of the ice skating rat. I feel whatever about it. really wasn't that interested in the finals. I feel bad for Halliburton. It's nice for Oklahoma to get a professional sports championship for like one of the big leagues. And the Thunder are the first team that they've had that's, you know, a top team. What I mean is like not like an MLS championship or minor league baseball or something. So it's cool for the state. I can't say I love the Thunder's team or their play style, but you know they played well the whole season, so good on them. Wish Halliburton could have played, but you know it is what it is. Poor guy popped his Achilles. It looks like. In fact, his dad confirmed it. Respect the Oklahoma City Dodgers, says Mike. Should have been Denver, says Corey. Boy, Denver gave him a run, right? You guys got him to Game 7, and you guys had the injuries of Gordon getting hurt and playing on a really bad hamstring. He was quite the warrior to go out there and play in Game 7, but wasn't to be. All right, hopefully that got us to Jackson Joby. Although we just take the loss in that one. Yeah, Joker's an amazing player. I think people get burnt out on Joker for how good he is and don't always necessarily give him the respect he should get. Got a BR run. I didn't get the Joby card, I don't think. If we get 100,000 likes on TikTok, we will open all the packs. We got to get more folks to follow, drive that timer up. This VR thing isn't going to change, so I'm going to go ahead and grab Eckersley for my A's theme team. I don't believe it's auctionable either, so I'm not 100% sure on that. But Eck will go to my A's theme. Let me go take a quick look at Eck. I'm going to show you guys the packs that I have. But yeah, being an A's fan, we have an A's theme team. So we got 36, 9, 8, a City Connect, 3 Deluxe, and 1 Premier. So I may pitch Skeens in this game to finish up that Tiger theme. Connor, we got to get the likes first. That's a like goal for us. If we don't get the likes today, then we try to push for it tomorrow. All right, so A's theme. Who did take out? Maybe O'Day, because Eck's kind of the soft tosser. So Eck will get the boost, and he'll play up to 95. Probably will be my main guy there on the A's theme. So Eck gets an additional hits per 9, 15 boosts there. So helps out Eckersley a bit on his card. The ratings modifier for the Eckersley. So he'll be our guy for the A's theme. But we're not doing A's theme tonight. We're doing Tigers, and we're going to finish up Skeens. Goal's always 100,000. I know we're probably not setting the world on fire yet, but kind of got on at the wrong time today. Usually I get on a bit earlier. Was definitely tired from the full day's events for real life. Yeah, Joker's game's got longevity potential. Let's see, Lou Lamarillo, president, GM of the New York Islanders, has a well-known facial hair policy. Mandates players have to be clean-shaven during the regular season and no weird numbers. I didn't know that any team was still doing that, man. All right, we'll pitch Skeens. I'm just going to make him pitch 4 innings. If we get rocked, we get rocked. Not So Kami, thanks for following. Oh, yeah, I think so, too. Yeah, I think he's got top 5 potential. I mean, there's been some great big men. You know, David Robinson, Akeem Olajuwon, Wilt, Kareem, Shaq, Tim Duncan. And I'm probably forgetting a couple of guys that are in that all-time discussion, too. Be on the road in this one. Told Jumbo Joe to shave his beard. Thanks for all the likes, guys. I see Tom and Corey are sending a bunch of likes in. Looks like we're out to San Francisco for this one. Yeah, me too. I would think of Duncan as being more of a 4 than a 5. And if I think of Duncan as being a 4, I think he's probably better than Karl Malone. Maybe because I just like Karl Malone.
1-1.
Hey, did you guys see that Tom Brady won some like Fanatics Games thing? It was plastered all over ESPN when I got home. And I didn't even really bother to try to understand what it was, but I'm guessing it was like some like mixed sports made for content deal. But Brady won like $1 million today or yesterday. So what happened with Jumbo Joe? Did they end up trading him away, Noah? Weird that Devers got his first home run against his former team. First home run with the Giants against his former team. It's not like the Giants and Red Sox play each other a whole heck of a lot. Find him a couple thousand. Appreciate you guys being on the tap team. If you're browsing on the For You page, come on through, hang out with us. Oh, Little Moose with a big raid. Hey, can you guys shout him out? If not, I'll get him here in a second. Hey, there we go. Thanks for the raid, Little Moose. How was your stream? Hope you had a great time. I hope everybody here on my platform will give you a follow. So it's Little Moose _24 coming through. What's up, bro, Flo?
Batting third. The second
Great to see you.
Labor.
It's going good. I'm playing some Color Storm theme teams for ranked seasons, and this team is a Tiger theme team. I don't even have the initial captain boost, but we should get him by like the next game. I'm gonna grind out the Javier Baez and then just on to the next ones. Kind of get the packs for the fun of it. Grandison VR. Oh, how'd VR treat you? Roflo, how's your... Hope you don't mind me asking. How's your family doing? I think it's super interesting that your parents' profession, they're, if I remember correctly, both in the same profession, and I've always found psychology super interesting. It was what I majored in, but I didn't pursue it very far. Appreciate the follows. It was BR. Best run was 5 wins before losing it. BR's tough, dude. I usually just play ranked these days. Years gone by, I used to play a lot of events, but I don't like the way the events are set up now. It's like there's no separate path for doing it. Doing well, both retired. Awesome. Seems like it'd be something like if your spouse and yourself had the same profession, there'd be a lot of, probably a lot of enjoyment in discussing things and clients and, latest studies and breakthroughs. Although I know what you're saying, like they're retired now, but pretty cool that they connected up with each other and brought a Roflo to the world. Let's see, Nando and Owl, thanks for following, guys. Do I have any stream ideas? You don't get any viewers. Yeah, streaming's tough, bud. I'll give you a few tips there, Owl.
The second baseman.
Here's my thing I usually tell people when they're starting out. Get the same name everywhere, right? So you told me what your purple account is. Kind of borderline self-promotion, but I don't think you were trying to. So we'll let it roll. But get a name that's unique, dude. Your name's looks like Sizzle1. I would try to make it where I had the same name on every single platform and something nobody else has. If you're just like gamer guy 69420, there's a lot of accounts that are like that. Next thing I would tell you, get your real life friends to watch the stream if you can. If you got any friends from school, work, whatever, sports teams, if you have 5 viewers, you get so many more chances at discoverability versus having 1 or 0 viewers. And then set a schedule and stick to it. If you're going to stream on the weekends, put it on all your socials. Let people know where to find you. Probably set up a Discord and start getting some folks in there, and you'll start to grow your community. It's one of those things I think it's way better as a hobby initially, and then hopefully it grows into something more serious for you. Let's see, events this year kind of lame, just good for submissions. Exactly. Pulled Maurer last night. That is clutch. Yeah, congrats on the nice pull. They were both research psychologists.
Ball 3.
Gonna start grind for World Series before Weekend Classic. If my old man eyes can make it there, I'm sure you'll make it too, Little Moose. Although now I'm dropping ratings points because I'm playing with silver and bronze and whatever cards I can fit into these lineups. I still need to save my studs for Shohei to finish up live series. Watched the A's game. I was at the game today. Not great. They couldn't get the big hit. Although we were on the home run hill thing with the kids. They had a good time. Daughters got to see Stomper and all that. Austin Wynn's signed for my older of my 2 daughters. And then Mike Aldretti. I was able to get Aldretti over. I told him, Mike, you signed for me when I was 9 years old. He had came to my hometown with Kurt Manwaring. Wendell Kim used to be the Giants' third base coach. And Mike Lacrosse. So some old school Giants players. Before, Aldretti ended up on the A's and all that. So it was kind of retelling the story, and yeah, he came over to time for my daughter. Yeah, Game 7, I did watch the end of Game 7. Just the second half really felt kind of anticlimactic without Halliburton. What'd you think about it, Euroflow? Chris Taylor, Chandler, welcome in, guys. How are you doing today? We are multi-streaming. We're on, TikTok, Red Chat, Purple Chat. Don't have a lot of time to play because work's got you gone from home 3 full days and nights every week. Little Moose, are you like a long-haul driver or something? You're taking a nap. Dude, the series was not very compelling to me. And I know some of it's just bitterness, thinking like, man, if Golden State had been healthy, I'm sure every team kind of feels that way this year. Denver probably thought if they were healthy, But, yeah, I definitely felt that way after the Warriors got bounced. Like, man, why did Steph have to have his hamstring go? At least we're on to the offseason now. Don't know what the Warriors are going to do with the 41st pick. Be great if they could just get a roster fill guy that could play a little bit. Let's see, you work at the Summit of Monarchy. They have housing for you, so you don't drive back and forth every day. Park ranger type stuff. Moose, sounds like you're living the life. That sounds awesome. Yeah, exactly, user. Terrible in for Halliburton. Not only does he not get a an NBA Finals ring and get to lift Larry O'Brien, which we don't know how it would have played out, but that dream goes by. Now he's looking at the long rehab. Reminds me a bit of Klay Thompson in 2019, and of course Kevin Durant in 2019. Not to make everything about the Warriors. Had to been the most boring 2 teams matchup in Game 7 overall, says Roflo. It's dope and you love it. Just wish you had more time to play for little moves. Yeah, it sounds like you're an excellent player, Moose. Spurs 2029 champs, heard it here first. I think the sky's the limit for San Antonio, provided, that Wemby can return to health, and I hope that he does. Be ashamed to see his career get derailed because of like blood clots and stuff. I know they said it's not the same condition that kind of shut down Chris Bosh, and I hope that's true and they got the diagnoses right. I guess he's been like hanging out with monks, meditating out in I don't even know where, but I saw him doing some off-season stuff. Think if they had KD and Clay, they're healthy, the Raptors losing 7. Yeah, I do too, but not to sound like a hater, Noah. I know you're a Toronto fan. At least the Warriors got one more down the road. Let's see, Head Silver talking about the finals ratings after Game 2. Guessing the league wasn't pleased. Nightmare scenario for the league, right? 2 smaller markets.
Leading off for
And I know SGA is the MVP, but I think a lot of people are not huge SGA fans. In part because he's in a small market, and also his play style, people call him a foul merchant and all that. And there's some truth to him at least living at the line a lot. Reminds me a little bit of Harden, but not maybe as egregious with throwing back his head and embellishing, but still he does throw his body around a lot.
Ball, catch inside.
So we're done with NBA, we're done with NHL, got baseball, and then start looking forward to some college football and college football and pro football around the corner. Hey, what's up, Tight Spot? How are you, buddy?
Got him.
Tight Spot coming through. Guys, if you're on TikTok, please follow. TikTok followers are what drives up our timer and gives us a longer stream. Anybody want to write some scouting reports tonight for Roflo? Yeah, I'm glad we went today too. So we went early June as like a birthday present for myself, and then today was like a Father's Day present. Like, I don't really need things. I pretty much have stuff that I like to do. I got nice golf clubs. I got all the video games and whatever. So, yeah, I just thought like, yeah, let's go. Got tickets pretty cheap through SeatGeek. You can use my creator code DanielleFreak for SeatGeek. I think you can only use it once though, unfortunately. Got to use it the other day. Got to use my own creator code for a discount. If I hit a home run, maybe. John Doe, I don't like your energy. I'm going to give you one more chance though, John. 5 minutes in the gulag. I've been streaming since 2K17 was the first game that I streamed, like January 2017. Yeah, I need to make a command for them. I don't think I have one. There's a guy that used to come in a lot named Trademark, and the code wouldn't work for him for some reason. He said he was doing everything right, and I thought like, I don't really need to promote SeatGeek if they're not taking care of my customers. But then it's worked fine for me, so I've been promoting it the last couple weeks. But yeah, I definitely need to get a panel and all that stuff in real well. But it's exactly the same as my username, if anybody needs it. Hey, what's up, Chowderhead? See, still in high school back then. Yeah, I've been at it a long time. These lights are different, Isaiah. So these ones over here, they flash when somebody follows. They're through color light, or colo light, I think is how it's pronounced. If I get quiet, these will stop moving around. The ones that light up from the bottom. And I got quiet so you can see them stop reacting to the sound of my voice. Then I have this little pixel display thing. I usually change the face on it so it can be different. My son got me the little game controller deal. So they're all like different branded lighting things that we have. There's also a big green light over here. There's also more blue lights like the ones that flash when people follow. And it just kind of reflects on my face. Now that I have the big green light, it's not as noticeable. They are 4, 6, and 8. My son's the reason I started streaming, because I couldn't sleep in the nighttime, and neither could Mrs. Donnie, so we needed a little bit of shift work as parents, so she could get some rest without being woken up, and I could get some rest. And yeah, it just led me to streaming and staying up through the night a bit, and you know, all these years later, still doing it. Let's see, finally feeling a lot better. Started out your vacation really sick. Oh, what'd you have, Chowderhead? I had a nasty case of food poisoning a couple weeks ago. Man, kind of forget how bad food poisoning makes you feel until you get it again. It's like, oh, this is terrible, you know. Well, I'll spare you guys the details, but it was knocked on my butt for like 4 days. Yeah, it's a lot of responsibility. It's a lot of fun too, little moves. So Chowderhead had a bad cold, so bad his face was hurting. I had a microphone, but yeah, no camera. We'd have lullabies on. I did fire it up a couple times in December, just to see if the app worked like through Xbox, with not even reading my chat or anything row flow. So I probably should say I started in December of 2016, but I don't really consider those streams. Once I started staying up for like 6 hours and let my wife rest for 6 hours, and, you know, all that, that's when I started reading chat, having a laptop next to me and all the stuff. I registered there. I don't think I ever streamed there, Chowderhead. I know a lot of people were praising Mixer the way people kind of praise Kick these days, but of course a lot of people don't like the green platform for numerous reasons, and it seems to be a place that people end up if they get banned over here. But yeah, I never did much on Mixer. I knew a few Mixer partners that came over after the platform shut down. I think some of those folks got rolled into Facebook gaming when Facebook gaming was still kind of pushing seriously. I never got a Facebook gaming contract offer. I didn't really know where to apply for one until it was too late. I guess it's still around, but I don't think a lot of people stream over there to Facebook. Yeah, just on the couch. I did have a Kinect camera on top of the television set, and once in a great while for like a special stream, like a redeem, I would turn it on and like do like the Zumba game through the Kinect, which is usually good for some laughs. Sports Guy, thanks for following. My favorite team's the A's. How about yourself, Moose? Sports Guy, what's your favorite team? I usually ask the viewers that question. Try to get everybody engaging.
Leading off for the Athletics.
A's are just a dumpster fire of a franchise, but I love them for what they used to be. For the memories. Yeah, Xbox Connect is a throwback for sure. I was so disappointed they never ended up like really supporting a lot of games on it. It was almost forced upon us as part of that Xbox package when that generation launched. And I thought, like, I'm gonna be playing Tiger Woods golf, getting some beautiful swings in my living room, And they never ended up even making a Tiger Woods golf that supported the Connect. In fact, the franchise became a Rory McIlroy golf for a season, and then they stopped making it. But yeah, it seemed like that was a big mistake from Xbox, forcing everybody to buy it. I think it helped PlayStation win that generation so much. Matthew, thanks for following. Met an A's area scout, one of the events that you worked recently. Oh, that's really cool. Was he decent, or was he a representation of what we think the A's are all about franchise wise? Hopefully he's a cool guy to chat with. A's are supposed to do their groundbreaking today. Shovels in the ground in Vegas. I can't wait for all the memes, because I got a feeling this is the A's running a public relations bluff, trying to get the funding in there, because they're still about $1 billion short of where they are and where they need to be. Fisher is putting up the MLS earthquakes for sale, so we'll see if that will help some of his funding. It's not a splash hit, but that thing's super balling around like a Plinko ball there. None of the fans can grab it. We'll get a Torkelson Oppo Taco shot. Boof, thanks for the share there on TikTok. Let's see, you thought the Wii was the coolest thing ever when it came out. I did too. Yeah, the Wii was a blast. Mrs. Donnie got it for me as a Christmas present, our first year engaged. Question of the day is this. You know what? I forgot to try to get everybody to answer or type one, but it's deep into the stream. Would you rather spend your whole life as a kid or your whole life as an adult? I know that's not how life works, but that's the question of the day. He seemed solid. It was him and a Blue Jays scout. They were playing against each other, which was funny. I was in Aaron Judge's hometown. I need to post some pictures to the Discord. My grandmother lives there. My aunt lives close to it, Linden, California, Saturday. So went into the local grocery store, and they have a lot of stuff for Judge. So that's why I took a picture of. Was unable to stop and get a picture of the city limit sign, but it says something like the hometown of Aaron Judge. So they're definitely owning that Aaron's from Linden. Mr. Pearl, thanks for following. How's your day, Mr. Pearl? Yeah, Fisher would have loved it, man. Yeah, he would have. He would have let him keep the change on the 2 pennies he was owed whenever he bought himself a soft drink there at the market, Rinaldi's Market in Linden, California. Let's see, more perks. Chowderhead would stay a kid, no responsibilities. It's true, yeah. Being a kid is like you wait to be an adult. You want to do all the fun adult stuff. At least sometimes as you're growing up, you think about that. But then you think about back when you were young, and yeah, you just got to do whatever. I don't have to pitch skeins anymore. We should have the diamond skeins unlocked now. Oh yeah, it got posted to the Sacramento A's Reddit, and I locked the thread because people were kind of suggesting dumb stuff, and I didn't want anybody to go and actually act on it, because you don't know, if somebody might go and report you to like Reddit administration and try to get your sub locked. But yeah, somebody got a picture of Fisher there at the Sacramento game Friday night. Definitely looked like it was Fisher. So here's the A's stadium. I'll try to give you the crash course on it, Julian. The A's should have stayed in Oakland. Oakland had roughly 700 to 800 million allocated on-site, off-site infrastructure. They were this close to a deal, according to the former Oakland mayor, Mayor Shao. So Fisher runs away from the deal, right at the last instant, says, oh, we got a binding deal in Las Vegas, although there was really nothing binding in Vegas at that point. So he runs away from the thing because he didn't have the money to do the project he wanted in Howard Terminal. Howard Terminal was going to be this beautiful waterfront park, similar to what the Giants have, but on the other side of the bay, out in the East Bay. So he pivots to Vegas. They were going to do it at the, I want to say it was the Wild West site or the Rio site. They were going to do a different site that they're at now. Eventually, they circled over to where Bailey's owned the Tropicana. Tropicana was going to be leveled anyways. And Bailey's has promised them 9 acres to build a stadium. It's supposed to be a dome stadium. No dome is that small in Major League Baseball, but we'll see if they can actually get it built. In the interim, they're playing in West Sacramento. They're playing in the Rivercat Stadium, which used to be the A's AAA affiliate, now the Giants AAA affiliate. There's a weird A's and Giants being in bed with each other thing that's going on that's kind of pushing the A's out. But the A's go to Sacramento. They keep their television deal. Supposed to build and be in Las Vegas by 2028. Doesn't seem like it's on track for that, but they are going to do a groundbreaking today, so you'll probably see some A's propaganda out there as they search for investors, because Fisher has been shopping a minority share of the team for quite a while, and he wants to have a valuation on the franchise at $2 billion, and Forbes did recently give him a higher valuation, but supposedly the team's really worth closer to like 1.2 billion. So Fisher's trying to sell at a higher price. The only investor that's came in so far is a concessionaire called Amarak. But Amarak's deal is not a done deal. So that's kind of where the A's thing is. Yeah, the A's moving sucks. And I don't think you're nearly as old as I am, Moose. I remember when the A's and the Giants both had different ownership back in the early 90s. The A's stepped up, gave the Giants San Jose's rights, because the Giants were looking at maybe moving to San Jose, so they wouldn't leave the Bay Area. The Giants were really close to being the Tampa Bay franchise before Tampa Bay got expansion. Now, of course, the Giants are kind of putting their finger on the scale, and it's the reason I dislike the Giants ownership group. Not as much as I dislike John Fisher, but they've had a little, little bit of play in this thing too. But Fisher grew up. He grew up being a Giants fan. His family was part owners of the Giants when they needed, some funds to stay in the Bay back when they're still in Candlestick. Great lefty swing for my opponent there. Baseball W's. Thanks for following. How are you, baseball? So, Julian, I gave you kind of the long story. Tried to make it short. There's a lot of nuance to it. I can definitely talk about it all day, but I don't want to bore everybody with the A's deal. He's finally selling a team, one that, frankly, fewer people care about. Yep, very true. And another team that's been mismanaged, right? Fisher promised if he got a stadium in San Jose with the MLS earthquake, they were going to be competitive. And then he's dumped on that stadium saying we didn't build enough luxury boxes in there. Which probably not the smartest thing to say now that he's got the franchise up for sale. But that was Dave Cavill's, masterstroke, was getting that stadium built. And Dave was supposed to be the guy to get the stadium built in Oakland. See, past midnight for Little Moose. He's going to head to bed. Have a great night. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Yeah, Moose, great chatting with you. Thanks for rating again. And hope to get to watch your content in the future and get to know you more. Definitely envious of your job. Sounds like you're living a wonderful life, man. Who cares about luxury boxes? Well, the owners do, right? They want to sell them to big corporations and cash in even more money. Greed is good if you're, part of the Fisher family or something, right? Tight spot. So it's a weird opening. The A's are not playing today. Monday's a travel day. They're heading to Detroit. And they're doing it on a Monday at like 8 o'clock. I don't think there's going to be a ton of people out there, but I'm sure they'll go out with their little golden shovels and their construction hats. And I imagine it'll be Fisher, Mark Bedane, Catherine Aker, probably some of the Vegas, Jeremy Aguero, Stephen Hill type of guys. I would imagine maybe Governor Lombardo will be there. And, they're going to put on their show for the cameras. Yeah, Brent Rooker and Lawrence Butler. Yeah, I'm sure they'll be there. I do remember Kevin Durant with the construction hat at the Chase Center when it was being built. Although it was not groundbreaking day. It was like deep into construction. It seemed like Kevin wanted to stay in the Bay his whole career at that point. That was before him and Draymond had their spat. I'm surprised Lombardo isn't there because, he's been flexing and dunking on everybody, acting like this was a big accomplishment of his. Yeah, Sears. Yeah, Sears. I wish he could have pitched a little better today, although they couldn't get the big hit. That's the story the last 2 days. Hey, what's up, Coffee Time? How are you, buddy? Hope you guys will follow Coffee Time and Real Tight Spot. Coffee Time, the master of making awesome logos and all the fun stuff. I don't think the Suns won that trade, man. I don't know. I guess it's one of those we'll have to look back and evaluate it. But Jalen Green's a interesting young player. Really felt like he shrunk in that Warriors series to me. I don't think he's a good fit for Phoenix. I wouldn't want Dylan Brooks on my team. I know he's probably a positive asset on the floor, but he's such a negative character. They get a first rounder, and they get 5 second rounders. I don't think those second rounders are usually going to equate to a whole heck of a lot unless they're towards the top of the second round. No, I didn't see any speculation about Dallas. Don't bring up yesterday's game for Noah's team. I won't, Noah. I don't know what happened. We got out of Sacramento and drove home, and it's a long drive for us. It's just like going to Oakland was a long drive for us, but yeah, I got home and I watched second half of the NBA Finals. White Sox got lucky. 4-2, says Noah. Julian, do you think the Suns won the trade? Because I'd love to hear your logic on it. Not trying to argue with you, but it's fun to hear, different fan deal. I feel like Ginny and Dallas have a weird connection. Seems like Dallas got her hired, but I don't want to say anything to get myself sued. Not that either one of them is listening to my stream, but feels like their chemistry is, I don't know, it's odd. So if it's anything with Ginny and Dallas, I'm definitely up for some wild speculation stuff. I thought it was kind of a mid-finals, and I don't mean that to disrespect any of you guys that are Thunder or Pacer fans. I just wasn't excited about either team. Yeah, the Suns were talking their talk. It was like 4 or 5 days ago, Chowderhead, there was an article that said the Suns wanted to recoup basically the same amount of quality that they gave up to get Durant. They wanted coming back. But they gave up some really good players, and I think it was 4 first-rounders and a pick swap and all that. There was no way they were going to get that much, but I guess ask high and then negotiate down. Hey, I definitely wish I had the option to turn that on. I don't have MLB TV activated. I probably should have tried to buy a code off one of those T-Mobile users or something. Although I usually watch through my TV set. I feel like I'm an old man still using TV instead of doing it streaming-wise like a lot of you do. Hey, Keegan, thanks for following. Everybody please follow. Just don't know how much KD has left. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Kevin's 37, and there's a lot of places that hasn't worked out for Kevin. Ooh. That is interesting. I know the in-game host said Dallas and Ginny are throwing out the little squishy baseballs that they throw out of the broadcast booth. But, yeah, I didn't really pick up on any of that real flow. So maybe that was a final game, although they don't usually like to let anybody on air in those types of situations because you might, absolutely see the franchise get dragged if Braden knew he was out. So now I got to go dive down that rabbit hole and see what it's about. I did go and talk to Chris Townsend because I figured my daughter would be excited to get his autograph. He was there post A's cast. As the game was about to start. Like I mentioned, we got Austin Wentz to sign for her and Mike Aldretti. I was like, this guy is the A's host for pre and post game, and I just kind of made it a big deal to her. But he was super, super nice to my daughter. So, despite not being a huge Townsend fan, now I'm kind of a fan of him as a person because he was very fine. But Townsend definitely toes the company along. Feel bad for Halliburton, wanted them to win. Dude, terrible, terrible stuff for Halliburton. And for the NBA, right? We lost Halliburton, Dame, and Tatum for next year, at least for the majority of the year. Keegan, no, friend, I don't play friendlies, really. It did, yeah. Chris, the shill, yeah. The shill was very nice in person. I think he was a little bit surprised that I went down and asked for his autograph. I'm like, yeah, my daughter would love to have your autograph. My daughter's pretty quiet in those situations, but she was happy to get another autograph on her hat. Her T-ball hat is full of autographs. That's one she's got, Mason Miller, though. People say the number 0 is cursed. Yeah, all those guys were number 0. Really weird coincidence. Let's see. Mike's going to head to bed. D&V appointment today. Probably shouldn't have stayed up so late. Mike, thanks for hanging out for us. Yeah, I caught a nap once I got home. I wanted to just stream like at 10 when everybody got to sleep, but I needed a little rest. Let's see, to be fair, I only gotten 5 autos. 3 of them were because of Mike's mom. I think it's a lot easier when kids are little for the players to come over and autograph. Like Austin Wynns looked like he was done, And I just said, hey, Austin, could my daughter get an autograph? And I mean, she's 6, and she's there with her little A's hat and stuff. So, yeah, he came and talked to her for a bit. Asked her how old she was and her name and all that. And she's just kind of smiling shyly at him. And I'm having an answer for her, but that's kids for you. But she really wanted to go get autographs. Brother and sister didn't care about it at that time. They wanted to go to the play area. They got soaking wet in the play area. There's like a mister thing the kids can run through there. Let's see, you got 3 balls covered with guys from the 12 through 22 team. So you were bringing the same ball to the game, right? A few times. At least it sounds that way. That's pretty smart. I did bring 3 separate baseballs today for the kids because I didn't know how those hat autographs would hold up for them. But my daughter wanted it on her hat, so only Aldretti signed the baseball because he was kind of leaning over the tarp, and I thought the hat was going to be too awkward for him. Hey, what's up, Chance? You got Roki's autograph. Oh, how was he in person? That's nice that he stopped to sign. Tried to get Jacob Wilson and Soderstrom and Kurtz and those guys over today, but they were playing toss with each other, and we couldn't get them over. Hat ones are tough to hold well. Yeah, I was wondering if there's like any type of spray that can go on and maybe preserve it a bit. At least I've taken some pictures of her with her hat so she can have the memories. A sweep Detroit, dude. I wish, Julian. Detroit's a good team playing well at home. Sign and left said thank you. He said something in Japanese. Just played World Series ranked and he beat somebody 15-0. Chance, take it easy, bud. That's like a super mercy roll on that guy. Got to get some of the bigger guys here in spring. I will say this for that Sutter Health Park. It's got its advantages and disadvantages. The players are pretty accessible because of how close you are without so much ample foul ground. Like the Coliseum, you were a ways away from the players. Occasionally you could get them going into the tunnel or by the dugout. Remember getting Bob Melvin over there by the dugout one time, and he was super kind. A lady right in front of us wanted her little stuffy signed, and I don't remember if it was an Ace stuffy or not, but it was like one of those Thai Beanie Babies, and she wanted the autograph on the little hearts that those have on the ears. And he was just real patient, signed for her. I could have seen him, I could have seen anybody being like, come on, lady, where am I supposed to sign this and that? But no, he just took the time to do it that way. You got Sogard on a hat somewhere, probably faded out now. Always sat over on the dugout, just toss him down. Hey, what's up, big boy Yuan? And let's see, B-Man's Fire Guy. Welcome in, guys. Hope you're both doing well in there in the red chat. Muncie and Andy been good. Yeah, Muncie's a fun player. What's up, Cam? How are you doing, friend? Let's see. Mike got Razel, toss ball from the bullpen when you're still a member of the Angels. What's everybody's favorite auto they have? Ooh, that's a good question. Ray Romano was super nice at the AT&T Golf Pro-Am. And my wife was thrilled to meet him because she really loved the Everybody Loves Raymond show. So that was kind of a cool experience. I appreciate all the players that have signed for my kids last couple days, but I don't know that my kids will necessarily have a lot of memory of that. Although I'll have the pictures to tell them. Sort of game used ball. Andrew Toll's foul ball that you own. Cam Bedrosian or Cole Calhoun for Mike Plays games. How about for yourself, Noah? Yeah, what's your favorite autograph? I always remember you got Andre Ethier autograph his last season. Oh, that's a nice one, Chance. Yeah, Ethier was a beast. Tyler, thanks for following. How are you, Tyler? More followers means we have a longer timer and we do a longer stream. Timer's over here for the vertical viewers. I think it's on the other side for the purple viewers. Got Gretzky to sign your Jays hat when you're 12. Holy cow. It's tough to beat, Gretzky as far as getting a big name autograph. James, welcome aboard. Thanks for following. Let's see, you got Sonny, Manea, Stephen Vogt, and Murphy stick out to you, top of your head for Roflo.
Number 24.
Oh, the Cespedes jersey was kind of special to me too because he took the time to sign post game. William McIver coming out and taking selfies with my kids on the fireworks night a couple weeks ago after the A's lost was really cool of him. He seems like he's really grateful to be in the majors. Very nice to the fans. Got Jerry Rice book as well as a gift from your mom. Oh, that's nice. Heard stories in the early 2010s, Angels, where you could fill a basket, be like $40. You get the valuation up to $200 to $300. Welcome in, Chance. Hey, thanks for following. Chance followed over on he followed over on TikTok. Chance, my eyes missed your chat there. I'm sorry. You were asking me, you stream anywhere else? Yeah, on the purple side, you found us. We're also on the red. There's all the links, Chance. Sorry for flooding chat. Jeremiah, thanks for following. How are you, Jeremiah? Question of the day is this: would you rather be a child forever, or be a kid forever, or an adult your whole life? Kid is winning the red chat poll at 55%. Let's see. Don't have Vlad Jr. yet. Is Vlad known for signing a lot? I know sometimes when guys become stars, they don't like to sign as much anymore. And I think it's harder probably to get autographs as you're an adult. You know, some guys will probably sign, some won't. But it seems like the kids get quite a few folks to sign for them from what I've seen at the games. Hey, Chance, I'm glad you like the content that much. I know you're just getting familiar with us. You can get autos on the... Yeah, that's smart. I have thought about... And it hasn't worked out yet, but like my son has played for the Diamondbacks, the Rockies, and now he played for the A's in T-ball. My older daughter's been a Giant and an A her 3 years. She's been the A's twice now. And then my youngest daughter's been a Cardinal. So we have a lot of different hats. Although I don't have a hat for like every major league team. But I was thinking if the kids had the hat, like today, Guardians were in town, pop on the Guardians hat, run around as a visiting fan, and then you probably have a pretty good shot at getting an autograph there. Because they don't have as many, fans on the road. Stephen Vogt probably would have been good about signing this week. Only ever a Rocky and Mike was hitting tanks. Libby, thanks for all the likes there on TikTok. I'm playing with the Tigers theme team. Tight spot was a Met. Dude, my hometown when I was small, we just played for the city, and we had different colored jerseys. So, it was actually we just had T-shirts when I was like 19 years old. So shoot, I think I'd have to look up the videos or the pictures that my family has, but I think I was like on the Tilt team and like the Gray team the 2 years that I was in fairly organized baseball. Feel bad for the Rockies, mostly Charlie Blackmon. Dude, I feel bad for Rocky fans. They're dealing with terrible ownership. Both super nice in person. Met him once downtown where you live as well. Very approachable. Yeah, he definitely gives off that feeling that he's super nice. Katse seems like he's all business right now. I wonder if it's wearing on Katse. I remember when the A's got him. There was a little clip of him in Miami giving a baseball to a little kid that was there next to the dugout. And Katse just seems like he doesn't want to interact with the fans at all. From what I've seen, the couple of games that I've been there this year. Previous years, I never really went down and tried to get like Katse's autograph. The last 3 years in Oakland. I do have the Katse Mandalorian bobbleheads from a couple seasons back. Hey, what's up, notification? Let's see, you played for the Jays, Athletics, and Pirates as a kid. Yeah, it's pretty nice when they model it off on the major league teams. At least I think it is. Mike says, got to get a Rangers hat when you go to that Dallas game. Hunter, welcome aboard. Honorary Ranger fan for the game. Dude, I still think Cal Raleigh's going to fall off, but somebody asked me the other day, how many home runs Cal Raleigh going to hit? I'm like, he's going to slow down. He's a catcher. He's going to hit 45. And then I saw today he's up to 31 already, so I may be completely wrong on Cal Raleigh.
The batter, number 5.
Braden, welcome aboard. Kind of seems like a deer in the headlights now. Yeah, I think that's a really good analogy for where Kotze's at. It's a tough deal. I mean, I'm sure he wants to hang on as a major league manager. He's, of course, managing for the worst organization in Major League Baseball. And this year, at least I felt like there should have been some expectations on the team. Not to be out there, 16 games under 500 or whatever we are right now. This team should have hung around and been at least somewhat competitive. The pitching staff's pretty bad. The defense is pretty bad. Some of the fundamentals just look bad with the A's, and I do kind of wonder if that's Kotze and the coaching staff's issue. Hey, thanks, notification. Who's your favorite baseball team? Jameson, Braden, Hunter, Jeremiah. Who do you guys root for as baseball fans? Gretzky as a kid, thought he was good. Met him as an adult. He's a huge a-hole. Everything I've read about Gretzky last couple years has been very negative coffee time. Mitten and Ray, I think you both were following. Braden is a Braves fan. Who's your favorite Brave of all time? Yeah, same here, notification. Like, I wasn't letting myself believe they were going to win a World Series or anything, but I thought they could probably hover around 500, make it interesting until August, September type deal. But, yeah. It's not particularly interesting, and the culture of losing is a huge thing that they got to break through, eventually. But yeah, who knows when that'll happen. Heart of stomach. Oh, hold on. I got to scroll back up. Sorry. Missing some of the chat there. We'll get the win with the Tiger theme team. Goes heart of stomach. Cal Raleigh breaking the home run record for catchers, or even more. Should win the MVP over somebody else with the WAR. And I did see, I looked him up after that stream like 2 nights ago. They are doing a good job of using Cal Raleigh as a designated hitter a lot too. So he may not be getting worn down. No, Chance, I like the A's. I'm just trying to grind through the color storms. Polo Salazar, welcome in, Polo. How's our timer, TikTok? I'll tell you what, TikTok, I'm going to up the timer. Every follower, instead of adding 15 seconds, we'll add half a minute. So everybody follow up. Let's stream a little longer. We're definitely going to play at least one more ranked game. Maybe 2 if we can get that follow train going. Oh, I'm on PlayStation, buddy. This game is not on PC. Let's see. Vote Judge right now. Yeah, Judge has been great. Yeah, I would vote for Judge too. You met Paul Bastioni, nicest guy. Thought he was going to be an a-hole, but he's not. Has like 400 OPS as a DH. Think Cal's going to win MVP. We all know Otani's going to win it for the National League. Yeah, different leagues. Raleigh playing catcher has made him much better than whenever he plays designated hitter, he's lost his mic. Did I get those fixed? Okay, so we got Skeens and we got Jackson Joby. Maybe we should pitch Skeens for a game just for the hay of it. Max Muncy for the A's. He's a guy that looks like he's a little bit in over his head, to be honest. And I got the glitchy lineup freezing me up. The other day, for those of you that